girls, let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it. Let them know that.
People, what's up everybody? Checking my mic out to see how well it works. Check 1, check 2, check 3. Does it work well? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, I'm back. I got a different mic, trying something different. So, guess what you guys? Found a hidden gem. I'm gonna show you guys something. This was her signature move. Check it out. First contestant. Second contestant. I'm talking about Showtime at the Apollo. I found Showtime at the Apollo on Tubi, you guys. You gotta check it out. Trust me when I tell you this is a hidden gem. I watched this back in the day. This show, there's actually 15 seasons on Tubi right now. Of it's Showtime at the Apollo. If you didn't know what that was, back in the day, it was something called amateur night. A lot of people would come nationwide just to come to the Apollo and be judged either by, I would say, their skills as far as dancing, as far as singing, as far as rapping. So you'll see a lot of the early stars from the 80s, 90s, all the way up into the 2000s. Absolutely love this show. Some of the hosts that were on the show, I would say one of the most known ones was Steve Harvey. That was one of his first shows that he really did well on. Also, another person that was on there, he's passed away, Rick Aviles was the original host of the show. And of course, the beautiful Kiki. Kiki was so beautiful. And who am I talking about? The beautiful Kiki Shepard. Kiki Shepard, I didn't know much about growing up. All I knew was this beautiful black woman, beautiful features, elegant, graceful, all the above. Kiki was the co-host of Showtime at the Apollo. She would come out and she would hold her hand over the contestant, over the competitors, and the audience would make the decision on who would win. Not the judges, not the guests, but the audience would decide. Sometimes it would be seriously just super brutal. And a lot of times it made, some of the episodes, they made a lot of stars, like David Peaston was one. He won several episodes, and I remember he ended up coming out with a CD, but he got his start on Showtime at the Apollo. Basically, the Apollo Auditorium is based in Harlem. Definitely a staple. You got to check it out. If you have Tubi, there's 15 seasons on Tubi right now. Excellent. I think there's one episode where the Wu-Tang Clan was on there. Early Wu-Tang Clan. Early Method Man when he went solo for a minute. That's on there. I saw 702. I saw Little Bow Wow when he was like probably 8 years old. Sea walking in Harlem on the stage. Of course, I saw Diddy and the Notorious B.I.G. All of that is on Tubi. Start with season 1 and it'll take you all the way to season 15. So if you like music and you're into history, check it out. So we're talking about music from probably, I want to say 88, 89, all the way up to, I want to say up into the mid 90s. Amazing artists on there. Some of the children that were on there performing, excellent. It sort of makes me wonder, like, what happened to these kids, you know? What happened to these performers? You know, knowing what we know today about the industry and everything, you know, did these artists or these performers, you know, were they put into a situation where they felt like, no, this is not for me at all? You know, I often wonder that, because it was some amazing singers out there, and it still is amazing singers out there. I know right now people are watching like America's Got Talent, but if you want to watch raw talent, and again, you know, back in the day before the internet, you would have to call in and vote. You know, so if you're into talent shows and you want to see some early hip hop and some early R&B, or artists that you just really, really love today, and you want to see what they were doing back in the day, you got to check it out. I love seeing Biggie Smalls. I can't remember what season that was on, but I've been watching it the whole week, so you guys check Tubi out. You got to check it out. Stephanie Mills was on there. Absolutely awesome. You guys check this out. Absolutely love it. So there are 15 seasons on there. Again, check it out. I'm gonna start a little series called Ish that we watched. So I want you guys to check it out. My birthday is Sunday, so I got a lot to talk to you guys about. I want to talk about Soul Train. I want to go through the seasons of Soul Train. I know you guys watch Soul Train, but do you realize they went through several eras? I want to talk about that. Like, I want to start with the 70s with the Soul Brother, and then I want to get to the 80s where it was more, I guess you could say, more Broadway dance, you know, and then in the 90s it was more of the Running Man and getting it and getting it and getting it. So we're gonna talk about all that. Also, I want to talk about a couple of episodes of some old shows that we used to watch when we were kids. A lot of you guys don't realize you got cable now, but back in the day we had 3 channels: ABC, NBC, and CBS, and that was it. You know, oh, we also going to touch on that fake movie Roots also, and how Alex Haley went to court because he plagiarized that story lying about who the Black Americans are. So we're going to talk about that as well. So absolutely, you guys join me, and this series is going to be called Ish We Watched. So stay tuned. Can't wait to see you guys. Be there, be square. Hey, 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 hey. Make sure you guys come back. Again, it's going to be called Ish We Used to Watch. And then maybe I'll get into one called Ish We Used to Do. Ish We Used to Watch and Ish We Used to Do. But again, check this out. I'm going to be showing certain episodes, and I'll show you guys episodes of who went on to become stars. And what makes me sad is some of the artists that are on here have passed away, and it really makes me sad to see them, but it makes me happy to see them as well, and know that we got a chance to experience those artists. So you guys stay tuned. We're gonna go through this, take this ride with me, and check out Showtime at the Apollo. Let's get it.